Hey everyone, my name's Morgan and I'm one half of Good Foods My Mood. If you don't follow Good Foods My Mood on Facebook or Instagram, go give us a follow and check us out. We post lots of different pictures of food, healthy, not healthy, both on there. And if you don't subscribe to our channel yet, hit the subscribe button, give us a like, give us a comment, let us know what you're thinking. We will be posting more. Eventually we'll come up and have a steady date of when we're gonna upload and stuff like that. But if you don't know, Good Foods My Mood is a channel where we really believe that good food can lead to a better mood when done correctly. We're gonna teach you how to eat nourishing food that is good for you and tastes delicious. There's nothing worse than starving yourself to lose weight, eating disgusting food with no real seasoning because you think it's bad for you. We're gonna teach you what to eat that's good for you. It's gonna be nourishing and it tastes delicious. It's the best of both worlds. You shouldn't have to eat disgusting food just to feel good about yourself. Good food, good tasting, good nourishment, good vitamins, good minerals, everything should taste good and lead to a good mood. Food should really be celebrated. It should be something that we share with our family, our loved ones. It should be something that we have fun with, not something that we should worry about all the time. It should be something that nourishes us when we wake up in the morning every single day. We should eat something that's good for us, gonna set us up for the day, for success, gonna give us energy, gonna give us motivation to do what we need to do that day. It should not be something that just tastes good. It should be so much more than that, and that is what we believe at Good Foods My Mood, and that's one of the many things I'm gonna share with you throughout this channel. So welcome. If you don't subscribe, hit the subscribe button and follow along on this journey where we really don't even know what we're gonna do with this channel completely yet, but we can promise you that we will have lots of content and it'll be super fun. You'll get lots of ideas, lots of inspiration. And yeah, just hit the subscribe button if you haven't and we'll get right on with the video. And I am going to show you a little how-to video today. So, I'm super excited if you can't tell. This is one of my favorite things to do in my free time. It really is like self-care. It's like a whole day experience, something that you get to feel good about. So, I'm going to show you how to turn this frozen bag of vegetable scraps into a vegetable broth that you can be proud of, and you can know all the ingredients that are in it, and you can know, hey, I don't have thousands of milligrams of sodium in my vegetable broth, or I don't have natural flavors, I don't have preservatives. I have exactly what I want in my vegetable broth because I made it myself. And that's something that I like to be proud of. That's something I encourage everyone to do. If you don't like ingredients in something, make it yourself homemade. It's the best way. You know exactly how much salt is in there. You know exactly what ingredients are in there. There's no preservatives. There's no crap in it. Like, that's what I try to stress to people, really. Make something yourself if there's no good alternative at the store. Luckily, we live in a time where there's great alternatives for almost everything. You can find a better alternative with good ingredients, simple ingredients. That's the key. We want stuff really simple and we want to know what things are. That doesn't mean that we don't like big words we can't pronounce. It means that we know what they are and we're educated about it. That's really the difference. So for my veggie scraps, these are literally what I'm saying, veggie scraps. It's the things that you would throw away essentially when you're cooking. When I make zucchini, stuff like that. It's the ends of zucchini that you would throw away. It's onion peels that no one wants to eat. You'll never eat an onion peel in your whole life except in veggie broth. It's all different types of vegetables. I would stay away from eggplant, from bell peppers, stuff that is like very bitter, like lemon peels, lemon seeds. Don't include any seeds that are very bitter. It ruins the taste of your whole vegetable broth and you'll be very unhappy. So this is probably like a week's worth of vegetables for us. We go through a lot of vegetables, mostly me, of course, not Thomas, but I like to keep this in the freezer, in a freezer safe bag. And when I am making a dish where I know I'm gonna have vegetable scraps, I just take it out, get my cutting board, cut all my vegetables, put all my veggie scraps that I would throw away in here, and just stick it back in the freezer until my bag gets full like this. So this, you're literally throwing away like this much, if not more or less, veggie scraps every week that you could be making into a delicious veggie broth, so you don't have to buy any more stock. I mean, this would probably save me $10 with the amount of vegetable broth that I'm gonna make, not to mention it's super fun. And I would like to say that mine tastes a lot better than the store-bought, and there's less sodium and preservatives in it, so that's great. I did stop and get this big mason jar. It's a gallon from Hobby Lobby. You do not have to have that. I just got it today, and I've been doing this for a while. I put them in small mason jars, big containers. You can put them in literally anything. If you have old veggie broth containers, whatever, you could do that. This is a recipe for a vegetable stock, but if you're a meat eater and eat lots of meat, I mean, we eat meat, but not any meat that we have like scraps for, but if you have scraps with meat, you could totally throw this in there with the bones, stuff like that. People make their own bone broth. You could totally add that in. It has great collagen, great benefits. We just don't really have that in our house, like the scraps, so we do a veggie broth because I eat lots and lots of vegetables. The first thing I always do when I get my veggie scraps ready to be made into a delicious veggie broth is wash my veggie scraps. Like I said, these are things that you would normally throw away, so they're not clean. I mean, they're the peels of skin. That's where all the pesticides lay in vegetables, is the skin most of the time, because they're touching the ground. So this needs to be washed very well before you use it, and make sure when you're going through, you go and take off all the little stickers if you hadn't. I try to do that before I put it in the bag, because I'm obviously not very careful. Sometimes I mess up, but it is very helpful if you do it beforehand, so then you don't miss something. So I'm gonna go ahead. I like to put my scraps a little bit at a time into a little strainer and just rinse it off, and then put it in a bowl before we're gonna transfer it into our big container that we're gonna cook it in all day. I'm going to wash all of these scraps, and I'll see you back in a little bit. All of my scraps are washed and nice and clean, and I got all the stickers off everything. So I transferred it into a big, huge pot. The biggest pot you have is ideal. So everything is in. Give it a big push down. We're gonna turn our burner on high to medium high to really get this all defrosted before we add any water. I like to do that. So it really like wakes up the vegetables with all that flavor essentially. I like to wake them up, give them a little quick defrost, and then we're gonna add some water to it once it defrosts a little bit. Our veggies have woken up a little bit. They're pretty defrosted. We don't want it to, cook really without the water. So we're gonna add some water now. This is really not a recipe. It depends how big your pot is, how many vegetables you have. I like to fill it probably an inch below the top of the pan, because the vegetables absorb most of the water, so you need to add a lot, I'm making a mess, a lot of water, for sure. And I'll show you how full I really make it. Okay, that is probably enough water. We don't want it to boil over completely, because it is going to boil pretty fast. But you can add more water if you want once the vegetables start to absorb some of it, but it will boil over. So I have it, I'm going to put it on medium low, maybe, yeah, medium low, and we're going to put a lid on. And we're gonna let this cook for probably an hour, and then I'm gonna see you back here and we're gonna do some seasoning. Okay, it's been almost an hour, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but all of the veggies are at the top. They always rise to the top, and it is boiling, and the veggies are very awake. The colors are changing, they're cooking down great. So it's been probably about 45 minutes, and it's already turning into a stock color. So we're gonna go ahead and season it a little bit before we let it cook more. So I have it on low right now, but my burner works very well. So you probably will be good with like a medium low. I just really don't want it to boil over. So first things first, I'm gonna add some salt. I have some Himalayan pink salt that I'm gonna add. This is a tablespoon to start, as you see how much broth we're making, so we'll need lots of salt, but not too much. I also like to add soy sauce when I have it, because it, in place of salt, because it has a very good umami flavor, and it just has like this taste that you can't really get anywhere else. And then I am going to add some black peppercorns. Deliciousness. This is like a to taste type thing. I'm gonna add like a tablespoon. I love black pepper, but totally add more or less depending on your taste. And my broth has lots of garlic in it because we eat lots of garlic. So if you don't like garlic, don't put it in there. And then I'm also going to add a tablespoon of paprika for flavor. Mix that up a bit. And then I have this hot sauce that I'm gonna add from Trader Joe's. Hot sauce is just delicious to add. It has great flavor, and this one's not very spicy, so I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons because I don't have soy sauce, so I want like an extra flavor. And that's the best thing about this, making your own stock. You can literally add whatever flavor you want into it, and there's nothing better than that. So it's already turning this beautiful color. Some fresh ginger root, and I'm going to add that to my stock for extra nutrition because ginger is delicious and great for you. So I'm gonna just add a bunch in. This is why I like to drink my stock, because my stock is filled with lots of different nutrients. So I just mix that around. It already is a beautiful color. I don't know if you guys can see that. Give you a little zoom in. I mean, it already is a really great color. And it's only been about 45 minutes. So that's awesome. I'm also gonna add some turmeric later on for all the benefits that turmeric has. I'll do a video eventually on all the benefits that turmeric has because I love turmeric. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to do that towards the end of the process with some more black peppercorns and some coconut oil, because the black peppercorns activate it and the coconut oil helps your body absorb the turmeric with all of its benefits. So for now, lid is back on, low to medium. Let's let it cook for maybe 2 more hours, and we'll come back and add some turmeric and see how it tastes and see what else we need. Okay, it's almost done here. She's boiling away. It's been almost 2 hours and it smells amazing, first off. And the veggies are really cooked down. So I'm gonna give it a little taste and see what it needs. I'm just gonna get a little bit of liquid. I'm not gonna drink or eat the nasty parts. Okay, it needs a little bit more salt for sure. A little bit more salt to taste. As I'm saying, whatever you guys like, add more salt, don't add more salt, don't add any salt if you want. It probably isn't gonna taste that good, but whatever you want. And now we're gonna add some turmeric. We're probably gonna do about a tablespoon, I guess, because it came out. It's a lot of broth, so it's fine. Okay, and then let's do some more black peppercorns to activate it. And some coconut oil I'm gonna put in there too. We're gonna mix that all around, and we're gonna let this cook for 5 more minutes, and then it's done and we're gonna let it cool. So put the lid back on, low to medium, and 5 more minutes. Okay, so now we are going to strain our broth and get all the good stuff out. I like to do it in a big bowl before I put it in the container. It's just a lot easier. So I usually grab like a ladle like this, and I try not to make a mess and try to get it all in the bowl, but obviously we're not all human So I'm gonna make somewhat of a mess. And once you get towards the bottom more, it is a lot easier, I will say. But we just do this. Yes, I make a mess. Here's what I'm gonna show you. We're gonna grab a spoon and we're going to push all of the juice out. You see all that extra juice coming out? I don't know if you can see that, but there's lots of extra juice coming out. We're gonna discard this. Okay, now I am going to pour this into here. You have to be confident, or else your pour is not gonna work. Okay, people, and this is our finished product. It is very hot right now because I didn't let it cool, which you should, but this is a gallon jar of your homemade vegetable broth. It's a gallon and it didn't even all fit in there. This is excess. I'm gonna put in more mason jars or just a container once it cools. So now you know how to make your own veggie broth from scratch. Add your own seasoning, add whatever you want, add more nutrients, add more minerals than vegetables already have. And this is your finished product, and it's delicious. It really only took about 3 to 4 hours, depends how much you want to let it cook for, but it's time intensive, but it's so worth it. So next time you have a lot of time on your hands, or you just want to do something that's good for you and has good ingredients, make your own vegetable broth. Do something that you know is good for you and you know all of the ingredients that are going into it. It might just be something that you like to do every week, just like me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you click the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to see more videos like this and some videos completely not like this. Well, it's been super fun sharing one of my how-to videos with you guys. I'll see you guys next time.